important part of this program. Management of diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay. So first of all, you have to confirm the diagnosis that yes, it is DKA only. So confirm the diagnosis. There is increased serum glucose levels, increased serum beta hydroxybutyrate levels. There is metabolic acidosis. Okay. Once the diagnosis is confirmed, we will admit the patient. Okay. If possible, admit the patient in ICU for proper monitoring. Okay. After admitting the patient, you have to assess the patient. What all things that needs to be assessed, very important, is the serum electrolyte levels. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate and phosphate levels. These are the important electrolytes which needs to be monitored. You have to look for pH, PCO2 and beta hydroxybutyrate levels. And because there is a condition of dehydration, look for urea, creatinine and urine output, whether the patient has landed up in AKI or not. Because fluid management is the main crux along with insulin management. Okay. So first confirm the diagnosis. Measure all the levels of serum glucose, serum beta hydroxybutyrate, metabolic acidosis. Go for ABGs, look for pH, look for bicarbonates and lactate levels. Okay. Admit the patient and if possible, try to admit him in ICU for proper monitoring. Then assess the patient. We have to assess all the serum electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate and phosphates. Insulin causes hypokalemia. So phosphate, potassium level is very, very important in this. Okay. There is metabolic acidosis, so we have to look for the bicarbonate levels. We have to look for pH, PCO2, beta hydroxybutyrate, urea, creatinine, urine output, because it is a matter of dehydration. Patient is having polyuria. We have to look for the renal status also. And because the fluid replacement is the main crux of treatment, so first and foremost, we will start with this treatment only, that you have to replace the fluids. Okay, we begin with 2 to 3 liters of 0.9% of normal saline over first 3 hours. It is usually given at the rate of 10 to 12 ml per kg per hour. Okay, so first 3 hours में you have to give the maximum of fluid. That is, we are giving 0.9% of NS and we are giving a bolus of around 2 to 3 liters within first 3 hours duration only. Okay, after first 3 hours, we have to reduce this 0.9% of NS to 0.45% of saline, क्योंकि हमें बहुत ज़्यादा dilutional hyponatremia नहीं कराना है. So 0.45% of saline, and that can be given at a rate of 250 to 500 ml per hour. तो पहले आप 10 to 20 milligram per kg per hour में पहले 3 घंटे में 2 से 3 लीटर पुश कर रहे थे. Now after first 3 hours, you have to reduce this to 0.45% of saline, which can be given at a rate of 250 to 500 ml per hour. After this, you have to switch this with 5% glucose plus 0.45% saline, looking at the glucose status level. जब your blood glucose reaches around 250 milligram per deciliter, इतना glucose level आपका आ जाता है, then along with normal saline, you have to give 5% of glucose also. And this is to be given at a rate of 150 to 250 ml per hour. Okay, so this is the first and the foremost management, that is replacement of fluids. Okay, instead of NS you can also use RL here, but we usually prefer NS. Okay, so you will start giving 2 to 3 liter of bolus within the first 3 hours, then reduce from 0.9% to 0.45%. Okay, then continue with this and measure the blood glucose level. As soon as your blood glucose level reaches 250 milligram, you continue with this 0.45% saline along with 5% of glucose. Okay, so this is your fluid replacement. Second comes your insulin. What we use is short acting regular insulin. How to give? You will start giving insulin at a rate of 0.1 unit per kg stat, followed by 0.1 unit per kg per hour by continuous IV infusion. ठीक है, तो पहले 0.1 यूनिट पर केजी आप स्टेट दे दोगे और उसके बाद 0.1 यूनिट पर केजी पर आवर का आईवी इन्फ्यूजन स्टार्ट करोगे. ठीक है, you see, measure your RBS level every 1 to 2 hours, and if there is no response in next 2 to 3 hours, you can increase this by 2 to 3 folds. So increase the insulin level by 2 to 3 fold if there is no response in next 2 to 3 hours. ठीक है, now once your serum glucose levels goes less than 250, मतलब 250 के राउंड आ चुका है या फिर it is less than 250, what dose you were giving? 0.1 unit per kg per hour. Now you will reduce this dose to 0.05 unit per kg per hour. Now once the serum glucose level reaches up to around 150-200, further you will reduce this to 0.02 to 0.01 unit per kg per hour. Okay, and then slowly and gradually you can switch to your subcutaneous insulin. Okay, so we'll start with 0.1 unit per kg stat dose, followed by 0.1 unit per kg per hour by continuous IV infusion. If in next 2 to 3 hours there is no improvement, increase by 2 to 3 fold. Once your serum glucose level reaches around 250, reduce the dose to 0.05 unit per kg per hour. Once the serum glucose level reaches up to 150 to 200, further reduce to 0.02 to 0.01 kg per hour, and then switch over to subcutaneous insulin slowly and gradually. Okay, this is how your second step for DK management, that is your insulin. Then third is your electrolyte, and the very important electrolyte is your potassium level that you have to look for. Okay, if your baseline serum potassium is less than 3.5 milliequivalent per liter potassium, if it is less than 3.5, do not give insulin first, because insulin will further cause hypokalemia. Severe hypokalemia will be precipitated. So do not give insulin first, very important. So always before starting the patient on insulin therapy, first and foremost role is to check for potassium levels. अगर आपका primary potassium level 3.5 से कम है, your method is not to give insulin. First you have to do this potassium correction. So first you have to go for this K plus correction, and along with this you have to give your fluid correction. ठीक है, यहाँ पे हाइपोकेलीमिया है तो आप यहाँ पे RL यूज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, but you don't have to give insulin first. ठीक है, so if this potassium level is less than 3.5, you will give potassium supplement as 10 to 20 milliequivalent per hour until your potassium reaches more than 3.5 milliequivalent per hour. Okay. Your Harrison says that you can give it up to 40 to 80 milliequivalent per hour also, but your up-to-date says that you have to use it in a range of 10 to 20 milliequivalent per hour. This is according to your Harrison's. ठीक है. Until your potassium level is more than 3.5, you have to give this correction. If your potassium level is between 3.5 to 5, again you have to give it at 10 to 20 milliequivalent per liters, and you maintain your serum potassium level between 4 to 5. Okay, and if your potassium level is more than 5, then you don't have to give supplements. You only have to check for serum potassium levels every 2 hours. Okay, so less than 3.5 है, आप aggressive 40 milliequivalent per hour की rate पे भी जा सकते हो, and you have to give it until your potassium level becomes more than 3.5. 3.5 टच होने के बाद you start giving insulin along with potassium. 3.5 to 5 के बीच में है तो 10 to 20 milliequivalent per hour, and you have to maintain the serum potassium level between 4 to 5, and more than 5 है तो you have to just monitor your potassium level every 2 hours. अगर कम जाता है तो आप with insulin potassium साथ में दे सकते हो. ठीक है. So next point, 5th point, you have to measure your blood glucose level while working in DK every 1 to 2 hours. So measure blood glucose every 1 to 2 hours. Okay. Measure all your electrolytes. So measure all your electrolytes. That is your potassium, your phosphates, your bicarbonates every 4 hours for first 24 hours. ठीक है. You have to monitor blood pressure, pulse, respiratory rate, mental status of the patient, fluid intake, and urine output every 1 to 4 hours. Okay. Now, 7th is again another important electrolyte, that is your bicarbonates. Okay. So if there is a severe acidosis, that is your pH goes less than 7, then only you have to give bicarbonate correction. So how will you give this bicarbonate correction? You will use 400 ml of sterile water. In this you will add 100 milliequivalent of bicarbonate, and you will give it over 2 hours until your pH becomes more than 7. So in each and every case, if the bicarbonate levels are going down but your pH level is normal, you don't need to go for bicarbonate correction. Your body will automatically acclimatize itself. Okay. But if there is a decrease in bicarbonate level along with decrease in pH, that is your pH level goes less than 7, then and then only the bicarbonate correction is indicated. You have to give 100 milliequivalent in 400 ml of sterile water over 2 hours. You can also give इसका हाफ भी कर सकते हो. 200 ml sterile water में 50 milliequivalent of bicarbonate, Harrison's में ये लिखा है, and give it over 2 hours until your pH becomes more than 7. And अगर इसके साथ में आपका सीरम पोटेशियम लेवल लेस देन 5 है तो along with this bicarbonate correction जो आप कर रहे हो, यहाँ पे आपको 20 मिलीक्विलेंट ऑफ KCl ऐड करना पड़ेगा in order to prevent further hypokalemia. So ओवरऑल जब भी आप डीके को मैनेज कर रहे हो, पोटेशियम को देखना बिल्कुल नहीं भूलना है, ठीक है. एवरी 2 hours चेक द पोटेशियम लेवल. एनी टाइम द पोटेशियम लेवल डिप्स, your patient will land up in cardiac arrest, not because of acidosis but because of severe hypokalemia. Okay. Next, another important electrolyte is your phosphate. Okay. क्यों phosphate decrease हो जाता है डीके में? It is because of increase in glucose usage. So there is decrease in phosphate levels occurs from increase in glucose usage. ठीक है, क्योंकि ग्लूकोज का कंजम्पशन बढ़ रहा है तो your phosphate level goes down. Okay, if your serum phosphate levels is less than 1 milligram per deciliter, ठीक है, if the serum phosphate level goes beyond 1 milligram per deciliter, then you have to give phosphate supplementation. You will give 20 to 30 milliequivalent of potassium phosphate. I don't know my chemistry is good or not. So it is 20-30 milliequivalent potassium phosphate. You will add this in your IV fluids. And along with this, you will also do serum calcium monitoring. Okay. So each and every electrolyte is important in managing decay. Okay. So your ABGs are important, your sodium potassium is important, your bicarbs are important, your phosphates are important. Okay. And if there is ninth point, if there is decrease in magnesium level also, this also may require supplementation. Okay. So as soon as your glucose level reaches at around 200, your patient starts eating. You administer now subcutaneous insulin. So switch to subcutaneous insulin once blood glucose level reaches around 200 plus patient starts eating. Okay, so this is the entire crux of diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, so before starting the treatment, the important point is look at the serum potassium level. If it is less than 3.5, do not immediately in a hurry start insulin because patient will precipitate into severe hypokalemia. So first go for potassium correction, first go for fluid correction. Okay, fluid में you will start with 0.9% saline, initial bolus of 2 to 3 liters in first 3 hours, then switch to 0.45% of saline, then monitor the sugar level. As soon as your blood glucose reaches around 250, along with 0.45 saline, you will add 5% of dextrose. Look for ABGs, look for bicarbonate level, look for pH level. Serum bicarbonate level is low but pH is normal, don't give bicarbonate correction. Bicarbonate pH is less than 7, then only go for bicarbonate correction. Okay, and your phosphate monitoring, magnesium monitoring, and your insulin, regular insulin, start at 0.1 unit kg per hour. As soon as your glucose reaches around 250, reduce the dose to 0.05 unit per kg per hour, then further decrease to 0.02, and then as soon as your patient is stable, blood glucose is stable, patient starts eating, you can switch the patient to subcutaneous insulin. Okay, so this completes your entire topic of diabetic ketoacidosis. So we'll end up with today's class till here because many important topics have been covered, and we'll continue with this October 24 paper in our next class also. Okay, and many questions I'll be sharing you the PDF answers because there are no need to explain them in the class. Important questions I'll be covering in the class itself. Okay.